in Sportsline at 5:30.
Thanks, Rob. Great. Now, if there's one thing that can unite Europe, it's the Eurovision Song Contest. At least, that is, until it's time for the voting.
Yes, 24 countries will be performing in Greece tonight, hoping to avoid the dreaded nul point.
Nil point.
Thank you.
And the competition is more popular than ever, although we might not like to admit it. 160 million of us will tune in tonight.
Extraordinary. Better off watching Sky News, I promise. Well, to talk about the enduring popularity and sometimes off-the-wall performers, we're joined by the former British Eurovision hopeful Javine from our central London studio. Javine, where are you putting your money on tonight?
I heard Latvia has got a good chance through the grapevine. To tell you the truth, I'm not a great fan of Daz. I thought there was a lot, better people there at the competition on Making Your Mind Up. No disrespect or anything like that. I think for him, I think he just needs to enjoy the moment, enjoy the week, enjoy the experience, and realise that it is really a political kind of competition. And just enjoy the ride and just, you know, come back and see what happens with his career, I think.
Well, we can also, Javine, speak to Eurovision historian John Kennedy O'Connor. John, Javine there saying that it was more a political decision than anything else. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't think it's political. I think there's a lot of cultural voting that goes on. A lot of neighbours do vote for neighbours. But I think stretching it to politics is stretching it a bit too far.
Sorry, I missed what you said just at the end there.
I think stretching it to politics is stretching it just a little bit too far. I think it's cultural things that people vote for.
John, you've got some people around you. Are they just waiting to see what you say, or are they there for a reason?
These are the biggest fans in Eurovision in the world, I'll tell you. And these guys, you put a camera anywhere near them and they're straight over.
What is it, Javine, do you think, bringing back Javine in our central London studio, what is it that makes Eurovision so popular?
I think it's just a chance for, you know, all countries around the world. I think especially it's a lot bigger in other countries and they take it a lot more seriously than we do over here. It's a chance for them to just, everyone to get together and just show their thing and show off their music and show off their country and their culture.
What was it like for you, Javine, taking part? Did you love it, or did you feel afterwards, in hindsight, that you wished you hadn't done it? I mean, has it helped you at all? It's
helped me immensely. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I've never worked so hard in my life. I don't regret one thing about the whole competition. I learned so much about myself, so much about the industry, and it was just a great experience to sing for my country. It was great.
Let's bring the Eurovision historian, I keep like to say that, John Kennedy O'Connor, who's in Athens for us at the moment. What is it, do you think, that means that we haven't had a big group? Why have we not had a big group like ABBA come out of Eurovision for such a long time?
Yeah, there hasn't been a while. Secret Garden won the contest about 10 years ago and they went on to a great deal of success. I think what happens now is that the winners are they're designed for television, they're not really designed for the record market. And when you hear the winner again a couple of weeks later after the show, it's not really something you want to go out and buy. And I think that's one of the reasons why, you know, people haven't been able to launch themselves for a while.
John, one of the other people that I've been looking at with extreme interest is the group, I think they're from Finland, I think they're called Lordi. They do look quite extraordinary. What's your take on them?
Well, I'm waving the flag because I'm going for Finland tonight. They're extraordinary. If they win, it's going to shake up Eurovision in a very similar way that ABBA did 30 years ago. It could be the biggest thing to come out of Eurovision for years, but they're very, very frightening. I mean, younger viewers may want to take advisement tonight.
What is it about them, do you think, that makes them the band for you?
I'm sorry?
What is it about them that makes them the group for you?
Well, it's just something so very, very different. I mean, Finland actually have the worst record of any country in this contest. They've never been in the top 5. They've been at it for over 40 years. And so they've kind of taken the bull by the scruff of the neck tonight. They're going for something very, very, very different. It's never been seen before, and I think they just deserve full marks for trying something different.
Javine, let's just go back to you, because you didn't make it to the top spot at the Eurovision Song Contest. But we're talking about Daz, and you were saying you don't think he's got it either. When you hear a song, do you think you can hear it now? Do you think you could spot the winner?
It's really hard to tell. Obviously, the strongest people kind of stand out. But it's also what people are kind of feeling, like, you know, ballads and, like, big sort of theatrical camp numbers. And I think, obviously, last year, credit to the girl from Greece. She was great, and I think she really did deserve to win it.
Do you think they should all sing in English? I mean, does that help? Does that help make it a winner, do you think, necessarily?
What, when they sing in English?
Yeah.
I think obviously a lot more people can understand what they're saying, obviously, but I think it kind of all boils down to the performance, the song, and obviously who's on your side and who's voting.
Javine, we're going to leave it there. And from Athens, Eurovision historian John Kennedy O'Connor, thank you both for joining us. Let's have a great night this evening.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be great fun.
Thank you.
Coming up.